Okay, welcome to day 3/tutorial 3 of my vintage story guide walkthrough tutorial for beginner players. So let's just get right to it. We're going to hit single player. We're going to go to the gloomy hermit world. So I'm trying to dial in my sound here. Seems like the video quality is okay. So my major issue is having my voice loud enough. And then I'm thinking about switching out from the mechanical keyboard. I'm not sure if that's something that's a net positive or a negative, but let's get right to it here. So it is pretty late, 22:26, so we're going to go to sleep. So we've gotten some food, we've done some exploration, and in the last playthrough, I identified an area where I think I'd like to set up shop. So we don't really have anything here that we're going to lose. So I'm actually just going to grab this bed, and I'll probably grab this door too, and just leave the rest of this as is. And then, oh, looks like I'm completely full. Guess I can eat some berries to make some room. There we go. So this area up here was to the east, and it had that backdrop of these beautiful mountains. So I'm going to build on top of some of these ruins that were over here, and the intention is to have a nice little area where the walls are already kind of built up, and then I can just kind of fill in the gaps and make something nice. I think I just heard a wolf. I'm gonna make sure that we don't run into them. So here was the area. And actually, while we're here, let's set that up as the new home spot. We'll pin it, call that home, make it white, and then this spot right here, I'm actually going to delete. And, we'll probably see it again in our travels, but it served us well. Lots of berries, lots of lush vegetation throughout the area right here. So I'm pretty happy with where we're setting up. Well, that's beautiful. I think this kind of survival game just scratches an itch that we can't always find in our lives, where we have some sort of sovereignty over our world. We're put into these houses and apartments and various living conditions, and I feel like we get out of touch with having some sort of control over the physical world around us. And I think that survival games kind of give us an opportunity to feel like we're doing something. It's kind of hard to characterize, but I will go on for hours about the itch that is scratched from this type of game. But all this being said, let's work on setting up a little room for the night. And we also need some storage. So I think the best bet for the storage is going to be making some reed baskets for now. And then at some point we can build some clay pots to put things in as well. So I actually do have some clay. Maybe we should build these and get these going now. So inventory space is definitely at a premium right now. Let's just get our bed down. That gives us a slot. I'm going to go ahead and put some clay into my inventory. And what we want to do is make some clay pots. So we're basically going to make one of these, except we can actually store stuff in it. These ones are part of the ruin. So I'm going to go ahead and shift right click, and you can see that I can select a recipe to make various things out of clay. So the way this works is you actually produce the item with voxels, and then you fire it in like a pit kiln in order to finish the item. So these are just going to be raw clay for now. So what we want are raw storage vessels, and you can see they have 12 slots of storage. So I'm going to build one of these. So just like before, I'm going to hold Alt, and then I'm just going to left click. I'm sorry, in this case, we're going to right click, and we're going to add clay to our vessel here. This can be a little time consuming, especially if you do it manually, but a little trick, you can actually, while you're holding clay, you can press F, and you can do a 1x1, a 2x2, or a 3x3. I hear some thunder. So I'm going to use the 3x3, do this a little bit faster. Okay, so I accidentally clicked there, so now I'm going to left click to remove. Then I'm going to go back to my 1x1, build up this outer layer. I feel like it makes you appreciate each individual item a little bit more when you actually have to build it with your own hands, so to speak. So you can see the next layer is actually the same exact thing as that previous layer. So I can actually hit F again and then hit this duplicate layer, and then I can just right click anywhere and hold, and it'll fill in these layers that are the same. There's another one. Just building up the perimeter of our vessel here. Okay, so now we're back to a different layout here. So I'm going to delete these couple of blocks. And I'm going to build out the ones right here, keeping with the single voxel. Okay, and then these are doubles. Okay, and then our last one. Looks like one more layer here. And that one's a duplicate. Okay. So it actually looks like I just ran out of clay. So I'm going to grab some more clay and hit F. Go to our single. There we have it. So now we actually have an object that can be put into a pit kiln. So I'm going to go ahead and break it. You can see I pick it up and it's in my hotbar. And we want to find a spot where we can actually bury this and put some fire on top of it. And one of the things you have to be mindful of when you do this is that you're not starting a grass fire, a forest fire, or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is actually grab some dirt blocks so that I can kind of cordon off like a little area for this. Now grass doesn't grow on cobblestone, for instance, over here, so maybe we'll grab a couple of these pieces as well. Let's just slap down this door just to get it out of our inventory for now. So assuming we're going to be digging a pit in the center, we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll need 8 of these. Now, I think, you might be able to take the risk and just build a pit in the grass, but I was playing with my friends and we had a pretty bad fire start because we did this without really thinking. So, based off of that, I'm going to play it safe. So there's going to be our pit right there. And I'm actually going to break out the surrounding blocks as well. We're going to place this cobblestone around it. And then what we can do is actually select our vessel, shift right click, and place it in there. So the first thing you need in order to make one of these pit mines is some dry grass. So I currently have 13. So I'm actually going to look down in there, shift, right click. So it took 6 pieces. Then the next thing we need to put in there are actually some sticks. And I don't have any of those currently. So let's get some. Here's some. I don't know off the top of my head how many we actually need. Just respond to my friend here real quick. He's making me some bagels. Okay, so we've got 9. Let's get one more. I forget exactly how many you need. You'll see that that actually fills in these gaps when I shift right click. So looks like it took 8. So the last thing we need to do is actually build a fire on top of this. So the way you do that is you take firewood and you stack it into these gaps. I actually have 19 already. So I'm going to shift right click and then do that little bit of against the top. And now we have this all prepped and ready to go to fire it up. So what I can do now is take my fire starter and I can shift and hold right click and actually start a fire on top of here. You can see the smoke starts going. This can go very quickly or sometimes quite slow till we get a different way to start fires. Looks like this time it's going to take a while. Okay, there we go. So that's going to burn now. I think it takes about a day or so. And look at that, the grass is actually catching on fire. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. I think I called it though. So we're just going to let that go now. I like to knock it out of the way right away so that we can go do some other stuff while it's going. But in the meantime, we can actually make some reed baskets just to unload some of this extra inventory we have. And I don't have any reeds on me right now, so what we're going to have to do is do some inventory juggling a little bit. So this right here I can actually place down. We can crack these other jugs later. So there's that. Those will hang on to. I can place down this cobblestone just to get it out of the way. And I have a pretty fresh knife, so let's just start breaking these. And I believe if I hit H and look at, I think it was a reed. Yep, reed basket. Looks like we're gonna need quite a bit of these. 3, 6, 9, 18. So 24 per basket. Let's get harvesting some of these. I also need to think about shelter for the night. I guess we can always just block off an area since we have the bed down already. We are here. We're looking for more reeds. They're normally around the water, so let's go to the north. Oh, yeah, that's a ton. Okay, so 24. So I think it was 3 in each slot. I'm just right-clicking on these. Yeah, there we go. So there's our first reed basket. So let's go ahead, get 24 more. 2 baskets should do us for the starting inventory. Again, these can be broke again to get the tuber vegetable out of the bottom. My knife just broke. Do I have anything to make another knife? I do have some flint. Holding left alt again, left clicking. Now, interestingly, you can't press F when you're doing the knapping to do bigger chunks. It's only when you're actually building with the clay. So, make 2 knives. There's 24. So I'm going to go ahead, hit E, place these down. Right clicking to split the stacks. And we've got another basket. Let's go back to the house, or soon to be house. So just looking at this can probably be the corner. I'll probably hollow out everything here and then build it out, going that direction. So based off of that, it's probably safe to put these here for now. And you can see we have 8 little slots now that we can unload some of this stuff. So we can plant this blackcurrant bush over here somewhere. Alright, so the flax fibers, the nugget, the honeycomb. I'm trying to put things that I don't see myself needing. Like the wood I might need, the knife I'll definitely need. The bead aid I'm not going to need anytime soon. The horsetail I'll get rid of. Soil I'll hang on to because that's handy. The clay's handy. So is the dry grass. I don't need any bandages right now. Firewood we'll hang on to. Hang on to these stones as well. So I'll put the knife in my main slot here. Looks like I'm going to need some more sticks just to have. And let's actually work on building out this area a little bit. So here's bony soil. This is a kind of soil that you find around ruins. And I'm not going to do it right now, but what you can actually do is pan, like panning for gold, various kinds of like soil or gravel. And the bony soil has a higher rate of finding um, different kinds of things, like gold nuggets and little interesting gears and various bits and bobs. So let's go ahead. Just picked up 10 cattails from that. Let's put the soil in there. Like I said, if that's my corner, I can build this out. Now, if I had a pick, this would go a lot faster. But right now, you can just use any block. Basically, your fists. I'm not going to use my tools because that would degrade the durability. But I like to use cobblestone as a building material. I think it looks nice. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like durability plays much of a role in dealing with monster attacks at this point in the game. Maybe it will in the future. But if you're blocked off with pretty much any sort of block, you know, they'll leave you be. But if you're going to do it, you might as well use something that looks nice. Let's see what we got in these. Wow. Okay. So actually, that was a pretty good drop. Looks like I got 2 of these falcons. These are a decent weapon. Negative 4.3 hit points. Yeah, so that's definitely a win. So let's hang on to one of these and put the rest of this stuff away. Looks like I got some cabbage seeds. I also need to eat. We'll put the other one away. That's pretty cool. Let's go grab some berries quick. It'll hold me over for now. Let's build up this corner a little bit. We could make this the house. So let's move the bed to the interior. And for now, let's just secure this little area. Like some stair pieces here. Now you could just build a structure from scratch using mud or whatever other material. Like I said, I just like building with these cobblestones. And to make the cobblestones, what you do is you press E, and you actually put a little bit of clay in the center, and then you surround the entire block. And that's how you actually make cobblestone. For the time being, let's just block off this area here. We've got our bed. pretty happy about getting these Alexes. And tin is actually the next step up from copper. We haven't even gotten copper yet, so definitely a win. Let's see, it's starting to get a little bit darker outside. That should be enough to close this in. That's our roof. And that'll do for now. Alright, let's set up a little fire in here so we can do some cooking. And let's actually put all the wood in there. So I'll right click on it and just drag that wood over. And let's go get some food so we survive the night. There's a pig. Saw a ton of berries as I was coming over here, so let's go in between these mountains. Oh, there's some mushrooms. Red wine cap. I think those are edible. Let's find out. Yep. Actually, I just punched them and picked up the entire mushroom. But I do believe if I would have used a knife, that more mushrooms would have kept spawning from that area. Here's some mature flax. Let's grab this. I'm sure there's more berries around here. There we go. A lot of these are flowering, but they're not ripe yet. Here's some black currants. Okay, and that looks like it got us to full hunger for now. Of course, we'll lose some of that as we sleep. Some growing carrots over there. Some spelt. I don't think I have room for it, though. Let's head back and wrap this one up. So, you know, now that we've picked the location to actually build the base, we've got some storage going, we've got our bed, we've got a fire to cook at. You know, these are some good starting points. We've got wood nearby, we've got water nearby, and we've got some natural scenery. And then I was also able to, whoop, that scared me. We're also able to use the natural ruin blocks to set up a nice little base here. So I think this valley will do nicely. It's relatively flat, and I think it's going to be a good spot to build out our compound here. So the next video, I'm hoping to start getting the storage stuff going a little bit better. Maybe get some copper and start advancing technologically. Maybe we can get a fence up and get a little farm going. and try to build up some reserves of supplies. But my play style, I'm a little bit of a hoarder, so you know, I'll probably make a couple more of these pit kilns and just do some exploration in the area, see if we can find any more copper, any more clay, and maybe go into some of these caves that are around here. But all in all, I'm very happy with this location. So, 2035, I think it says good a time as any to go to sleep. Let's see if our door stays on. It did. Will it shut? Yes, it did. So with that one, I'm going to call it until part 4.